Well, hello everyone. Greetings from Scotland. It's, I guess it should be getting close to summertime over here. We've actually had an amazing amount of sunshine and beautiful weather over the past month. I've counted, I think, maybe 3 or 4 rainy days in the last 4 weeks, so we count ourselves blessed to have experienced this kind of weather. It's been amazing here, so we've enjoyed it. It's been also kind of quiet. Everyone on staff here in the Celtic Way community and with YWAM Paisley has headed off for June holidays, and we stuck around. So it's been just us here living in Stanley House. So it's been kind of nice to have some time to process and think through different events and circumstances that have come my way and our way over the past few months. Now, of course, we took over the base leadership and kind of the leadership of YWAM Paisley recently, so I've been able to evaluate the first days of that and take a look at what I can grow in and some of the weaknesses and challenges that I have, and even just kind of thinking and planning for the future and what lies ahead of us. It's been nice to have just some time and space to do that. Also, because it's just me here, I've had plenty of working in the yard and taking care of the house, and it's been nice to have a balance of thinking and study and prayer and also physical labor, just getting out and enjoying the beautiful weather. So I've really enjoyed these past few months. Of course, we're getting ready for our next baby, which is really exciting. I mean, we can't wait for little Cara Elizabeth to join us, to join our family. And so we're expecting that to happen over the next 4 weeks. Somewhere in the next 4 weeks, she should be coming along. We went to the doctor the other day and we had an ultrasound because they were concerned that she might be a little underweight, which is the same concern they had with Garrett as well, because Amy's so slender and hides the baby so well. So we'll see what happens there, but we're trusting God for another smooth birth and getting Kara into this world. It's been a quiet time, but it's about to become a busy time for us. July 4th starts the new discipleship school for this year, and then we have all of our staff coming back in over the next few weeks, and then we have a few new staff coming in as well as new staff in September. So the rest of this year is going to be full, and we're excited. Lots of great things, working with the discipleship school and just going forward with God into what He has for us here at Paisley, and exploring new opportunities, as well as I'll be able to go on a bit of outreach with the DTS and possibly take another trip to Romania, and even possibly go to Afghanistan. So there's lots of things on the docket for these next months, but the big thing is just getting Kara here and getting used to life with her. We're really excited about that. Last time I spoke to you guys, we had gotten an apartment. God provided for that, finances, and it's been wonderful. We've loved living there for 2 months. But we decided that there's a staff couple here, John and Veronica. They're working with a church, the Christian Growth Center here in Paisley, and they're expecting as well. And so the apartment is right around the corner from the church, and they were wanting to get off base to live somewhere else besides Stanley. And so we said, well, why don't you take our apartment, since it's right there by the church? We have another apartment coming available that's brand new, a little bit more space. We'll go live at Stanley House for June because everybody's going to be gone for that month. And then when the apartment's ready in July, we'll move in. So that all worked out great, and John and Veronica loved the apartment there. But then the following week, after we'd moved back into Stanley House, we found out that the apartment we were going to move into fell through. And then, so we're going, what should we do? We feel like this is God's provision for us, and we should be living in an apartment off base. And we prayed about it and thought about it and talked about it. Well, the next morning we were trying to decide if we should move all our stuff into a room here for the month and get set up just in case we didn't get an apartment, or if we should just leave it as an act of faith, saying, God, we believe you're going to provide. And so we just didn't know what to do. And I went down and I checked the mail, and we gotten a notice that one of our supporters who was helping us quite a bit, really made it possible for us to get an apartment, wasn't able to continue supporting. And so it was like, we felt great. We're like, okay, we're supposed to be at Stanley House, which is good because we talk about living in community and how much that means to us, and this is a good opportunity to do that. And so it's just really interesting how God has worked that out, and you just never know what's coming next, but he always puts you in the place you need to be and provides what is needed for that time. So that was really, really good, and we're getting settled back in here. We know some things that we really have to do to have a healthy life here as a married couple, and we're going to practice those. But we expect it to be a great time living here at Stanley House. As I've been thinking through, just becoming base leader and all that entails, I realize that I've kind of done something that we all tend to do. When we get put in pressure situations, we kind of revert to what is safe. We do what we know or what's instinctive. And for me, that's kind of like taking charge, making sure things are done, organizing, all these things that I do naturally. And I've kind of done that as I've stepped into the base leadership mode. And it's provided a bit of tension in my life because I feel like there's all these things that we need to grow in and we need to move forward in and all this. But I'm trying to carry the weight of that myself, and I'm trying to make it all happen overnight. And even that, those things aren't the point necessarily, because we're about relationship and community and really just the reality of God today and moving with him and in those things. And so I've been putting a bit of pressure on myself and just getting worked up and stressed out. And so I've recognized that obviously I can't do this on my own. That's not the point. I don't believe in achievement and success and all those things that tend to drive our societies. I think life is much more than that, and even our relationship with God is much more than that. And so I've really had to challenge myself again with what life's all about. And one thing that's kind of culminated that, we've started this Facebook Bible reading group, and one of the passages we've read is Galatians 5. And it talks about, near the first part of the passage, Paul makes the statement, the only thing that matters is faith expressing itself through love. And I've been continually reminding myself about that over the past few weeks. And it's been so good to remember relationship, living, loving. It's not about achieving. It's not about success or accomplishment. It's just life together with God, and that's so important. So I've really been trying to focus on that and put a lot of energy into that. So yeah, things are going great. Thanks for your love and prayers and support. And, you guys have been an amazing partnering group with us and friends and family. And we love you and thank you for what you've made possible for us in our lives. One last thing I'll share with you, in some of my reading recently, I came across a statement that was really interesting and I think applies a lot to things God is teaching me right now. But this is in this book, So You Don't Want to Go to Church Anymore. A friend of mine here, Jeff, has read through this and thought it would be a good book for me to read. But there's a statement in there that is made by this kind of rogue discipleship guy that is helping this young and upcoming pastor to realize what faith is about, what church is about, what life is about, and some of the disillusionment that comes with the church today. And they're talking about accountability, and there's a bit of an illusion that accountability is so important. And he says it's natural for us to deal with our own emptiness by trying to get others around us to change. That's why so much body life today is built around accountability and human effort. If we could just get everyone else to do what is right, everything would be better for us. Real body life isn't built on accountability. It's built on love. We're to encourage one another in the journey without conforming people to the standard we think they need. And I keep coming back to this as such an important truth. And I hope that will encourage you, and you might could think on that. But again, I just say, the only thing that matters is faith expressing itself through love, and I pray that we can all live that it can affect our lives, and that it can even practically find an expression beyond just words on our heart or in our minds. So, again, thank you for your love and support, and we look forward to being in touch with you soon. See ya.